Hi, guys. Hi here. Oh god, frame. Okay, wow. We got frame drops immediately, but that's because it looks pretty. The price of beauty or whatever. But welcome to Pokemon Omega Ruby Randomized Shiny Chesslocke? I'm not sure what I'm calling this, but it's something along those lines. I'll figure that out later. I'm just here to start up a game, and it's late. I've got a whole bunch of Boing! Ready. The whole 8-bit effect of that does not work because we've got some HD Woo! Textures on and that was a weird cut. I'm sorry if there are frame drops, because we are, like I said, using some really nice looking textures. It's HD. I removed the outlines. I sound excited about it, probably because, like, holy Yahoo! I've wanted to play Omega Ruby and/or Alpha Sapphire in HD for a long Boing! Time, and I haven't had a really good excuse to do it because just straight up, Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire are my favorite Pokemon games of all time. I think that they are just very fun, even if they can be easy at times, but that's what the Nuzlocke is for, and that's what the randomizer is for. Fix those flaws. I am going to play as a guy this time around, and even though for a lot of my alts and Nuzlocke, etc., I'll occasionally play as a girl. I just like May as a rival a lot in this game. Like, I think she has some really fun animations. Is there not a... Okay, it's X in this game, alright. I've been playing a bit of the DS games because a little bit of background, not to date this, but the quote-unquote Kaizo Ironmons are getting, like, kind of popular, and it's this big, I don't know, just new Nuzlocke-esque rule set, and I've played it a bit in my own time, and it's, like, kind of fun, but not like the best YouTube content. I think it's super well suited for like Twitch, but this is YouTube because man, this man's got a job, and I just figured nights now that I get back from work and I'm too tired to stream for several hours at a time, we'll just give it a go by saying cheers to some bites of YouTube content, you know? Like I said, yummy frame drops. Fun fact, the first time I tried running this game through Citra, I did not realize that blue thing in your mom's hair was supposed to be there. I thought it was a weird texture bug because I didn't remember that at all being in her hair, but no, it's just part of her. But there's still lots to explain, like what was randomized, what the fuck a Chesslocke is, how is Shiny a part of this. There's a lot, and not a lot of time before you get a starter. And I'd like to try to explain most of that as fast as possible. Shiny Lock, most people, the old rules at least, were like, hey, you collect a shiny-ish for, like, a shiny Pokemon, about one for every gym. I think sometimes people did one starter and then one for the first gym, so you'd have like a total of 9, but you'd have like at least a good amount of mons, but they all had like 3 lives to make up for the fact that you didn't get them on every route. Also, yeah, 0 and 01, I promise you that is not like a weird emulation thing. I literally am playing at midnight. That wasn't intentional, I just, when I could get to it. I don't know if we're gonna play on Switch or Set. I'll play on Set. I'm trying to make this difficult. I'm not a good Nuzlocker, just straight up. I'm not at all, but I want to get better. So we are going to attempt to get better by playing with some more difficult rules, and I've tried to edge the Nuzlocke so it's harder with the randomizer rules, but not like really difficult. All opponent Pokemon will be fully evolved by level 30, and boss trainers, including gym leaders, which are important for a later mechanic with this Chesslocke thing, will have a good, sensible item on their strongest Pokemon. I don't think I added an additional Pokemon because in this game it gives Tate and Liza an extra Pokemon each, and they are already over-leveled to begin with, so it'd be like, oh hey, rather than fighting 2 over-leveled Pokemon in a double battle, now you get to fight 4 random over-leveled, forcibly fully evolved mons, and then it creates this really weird huge power spike. So I try to not mess with that too much. But we'll see how this goes. I haven't even gotten to the most important part, but for the most part, Pokemon randomized. The ones I find, the ones I face, random. Stats are the same. Movesets are kind of the same. Abilities are completely random. That's really fun for me. I don't know if egg moves get randomized. I have a feeling they didn't get randomized, like I kind of wanted to. We'll see, but I don't think they were randomized. I don't think this one has... The thing I used to randomize things didn't have a huge aspect on that, but it's fine. The most important thing that was randomized is TMs. Like, the actual moves that the TMs hold are random, and their compatibility as well level up moves are the same, which essentially allows us to have, like, you know, fun movesets on some mons, but, like, we're not getting screwed over by random coverage. But, now it's time to pick the starter, which does lead us to a very important starting decision. Because I'll explain this more in detail, but in a Chesslocke, your starter is your king piece, and the pieces all have different roles. But the big part about the king is that it has to be in the party at all times, and if the king ever dies, you lose the lot. So I need to pick a really good Pokemon to be the king, but to not make this a clean, super big sweep, I will, I made it so the starters are only basics with 2 evolutions, so there's not gonna be, like, a clear, like, super powerhouse in here, I don't think. Unless it's, like, Slackoth, I guess, because Slacking won't have Truant, and it'll be pretty strong at that point. But I guess we'll just see what happens. I will explain the pieces from here, but let's just get right to crowning the king of the run, because, I don't know, it's exciting. Although, I guess I will be shiny hunting this, so... Okay. So, first things first, I wanted to say, I am banning some Pokemon. Because, in my opinion, a lot of times randomizers can get kind of bogged down in difficulty by using lots of Ubers and Legends and Permamegas. People get really caught up in all the really fun stuff and they just sweep games with it. So for every single legendary, mythical, or Perma-Mega Pokemon that didn't rely on its ability, that was banned 2 Ubers in Generation 6 on Showdown have been banned. I will not be utilizing them. And then on top of that, any legendary, mythical, or Perma-Mega that has a BST of 600 or over has been banned. This bans lots of strong Pokemon, and while Aegislash was banned to Ubers in Generation 6, it does heavily rely on its ability, and I'm using updated base stats. So since its ability will be random, once that thing is an Aegislash, it'll be locked in Blade form, or Shield form, I'm fairly certain, with a unique ability that has nothing to do with that at all. So We'll see. I don't know. It's interesting because we can have... I think Elekid's pretty trash, to be honest. And Horsey is kind of interesting because Kingdra's really cool. But considering that it's a tough decision because the king has to stay alive their entire life. And then one extra rule I'm adding is to limit the king's power. The king will only be allowed to hold a king's rock. I'll repeat that when I go over all of the roles. And I do have to shiny hunt whatever it is. And shiny Honedge just looks sick. But we also have to find a Duskstone. I think I want the really bulky steel ghost though. Like, that seems really ideal for a mon that has to stay alive. Just insane defense and speed def. Like, I think that's the best. Now, I will shiny hunt this. I will be doing resets for this, so I'll probably have a huge cut. Also, yeah, the slowdown there. Oh, and we get to see a Chandelure, one of my favorite mons. For those who don't know, Lieu is my favorite Pokemon of all time. Wow, this Honedge looks sick with the graphics like this. Okay, again, I actually forgot that... I guess not forgot, but like... Yeah, I saw these moves and was confused, but no, it's normal level up moves. It's starting with Swords Dance is also really good, but also I have to beat this fight where it quad resist. I mean, I don't have Pokeballs yet, and Nuzlocke doesn't start until I get Pokeballs, so I don't have to beat this whenever I get the shiny. But yeah, I guess I will. First of all, let's see if soft resetting like doesn't make it take 9 years to load up. I hope that's the case, but we'll see. Yeah, I think that this will be fun. I think Aegislash really fits as a king. I think that'll be so fun. But while I reset here, let's very briefly explain a Chesslocke. The king is your starter. No matter what, your starter is the king and it has to stay in the party. If that king ever dies, the run is considered dead, you have lost. Which also means that if you ever have a full party wipe, you lose. It makes sense though, because at any point that you lose, you'll have the king, so that's fine. Additional rule that I've added is that the only item that the king can hold is a king's rock. Just meant to limit its power a little bit, so it's not literally like a worse, or like an identical queen, I guess. But yeah, for the most part, it's your starter has to stay on you at all times. The only thing it's allowed to hold is the king's rock. Queen has no restrictions in battle other than the only Pokemon you can set as a queen is a female. If it's male or genderless, you cannot set it as your queen piece. Next is bishops. You can assign up to 2 bishops. And a bishop can only know 2 damaging moves at any time. If you know more than 2 damaging moves, you have to just kind of delete them. If I run into weird complications, I'll probably use PK Hex because I'm going to be fixing up a lot of things like that. But yeah, bishops can only have 2 attacking moves. Any other moves are fair game. If it's, like, I guess just in general, damage dealing moves is a better description. Meanwhile, knights can only use moves that have a base power of 60 or lower, which means that they are only allowed to use moves that would be traditionally boosted by Technician. So honestly, if we find a Pokemon randomly that has Technician, we should probably make it a knight. Rooks are very straightforward attackers. They may not use any damaging moves that have secondary effects, which, like, you know, inflicting status, flinching. Essentially, a Rook cannot use any move that would be boosted by sheer force, I think. I'll have to double check that one. And if that's the case, I'll probably just refer to a list of moves boosted by sheer force to check that. So if I get something wrong with that, that'll be on me. And then The last one is pawns. Unlike most of the others, you can assign up to 8 pawns, so literally half of our roster will be pawns. However, you can only set mons that are at their lowest evolved form to a pawn. They may never evolve, and they have to also have access to an evolution. So, like, they have to be a mon that is their lowest of their line and would get a theoretical boost from an Eviolite if it were to hold one. However, I've also added a rule where pawns must hold an Everstone at all times, even further limiting their power. Oh, Honedge can have airlock apparently. I don't think I realized that. Cool. Alright, but pawns have a very fun rule where they may promote. If you use a pawn alone, all by itself, no other Pokemon participating, you can have them in the party, they just can't participate, for the entirety of a gym leader battle, Elite Four battle, or rival battle, then it may be promoted to one of the other roles and bypass like the cap. If you already have 2 knights and your pawn promotes, you can make it a knight. Other main rule with that is that only female pawns can become a queen, so that rule still applies. So if you ever get a female pawn that has some good evolutions, then it might be worth trying to make it a queen. But again, it can only hold an Everstone, it can't evolve, it has to be the lowest of its line, it has to be able to evolve, it's going to be very weak, probably. Oh, hey! Yo! Oh my god. Oh my god, that's so sick. Hello. Wow. I was just, like, fucking around with sound effects. I don't think any of them are audible, thankfully, because I was just fucking around. Wowie. There it is, though, the first mon of the playthrough. I believe it did say it had airlock, which isn't, you know, as good as Anger Point, but when it evolves, it won't matter, so I guess I don't care. It'll take a while for it to evolve, I suppose, and then a Dustin after that. Can I see stats at all? I don't actually know what your base stats are. As Bappy? I also did a few test battles of this. There's like no way to beat this Chandelier without dying, so we're just gonna probably have to take the L and move on, but holy shit, your starting stats are cracked. Like, you have no Spadef, so like part of the reason we're kind of fucked here. Like, literally no Spadef base and really low HP and god awful speed, but physical defense is gonna be really, really high. I literally have no hope in this. Yeah, like, we're gonna get obliterated by Hex. Like, Hex or Flame Burst. But that's fine, because that counts for whatever we're doing, and rules don't apply for the Nuzlocke until you get your Pokeballs. So that is gonna be our starter, our king. And while I was hunting, I didn't even, like, at first realize it, but as I was hunting, I realized that, like, how fitting Aegislash is as a king. Like, it's literally a sword, like, in the Pokedex entries, that would be used by kings. So he is a sword fit for a king. It is male. I think I might have reset over a female. I would have reset over a female if I saw it, maybe. This took a lot longer. Probably. Thankfully, it didn't take too long. But yeah, since the queen has to be female, I figured male, the king being male made a lot of sense, and I had a great name for him. This game is what, 10 years old, so I can, hold on, let me make sure. How old is this game? Not Oraz, but the game about a reference. It was released in 2011, literally 11 years ago, and a remake from 1 year ago. Everyone knows this by now. This is not a spoiler. So I am gonna be naming him Girahim, because holy crap, it's a fitting name. Like, it is a sword. Girahim is literally a sword. He is like owned by a master. He is he still calls himself though, like Lord Girahim. He is the demon lord, so like he still has a very kingly title. And when you see Girahim go into his like whole ass blade form, he is a large, dark, and red blade, and that is so cool. Oh dude, I gotta see this. Oh, alright, I think I can flip these for you guys. Plus defense minus speed nature. Wow, really capitalizing on that high defense stat and then terrible speed. That is crazy. Can I flip this? Alright, it lags a little bit when I do it, and it looks kind of bad, but it lets you see up close. Wowie. That red blade looks really nice. I'm really happy about this one. Again, Airlock isn't like spectacular, but I mean, if we get like a Droughtmon, their special fire moves aren't going to be doing even more damage than what would already be problematic, so I guess that's something. I didn't even check our ID. I guess it's not that important, but 30854, yeah, not super special, but it's fine. I think I should have gotten everything on the layout. This again won't be the first encounter necessarily, because this is actually a scripted encounter right about here. Yeah, it's somewhere in that patch of grass. You just get a guaranteed scripted encounter. So I don't think Pansage is like necessarily in this area, but I will be adding in the shiny charm, so we can do a lot of these hunts faster. We get access to very nice shiny hunting like immediately. I will be catching a different Pokemon to do hunts with, because you'll get overleveled very easily, and in hardcore rules I'm gonna try to stick to level caps and try not use items in battle. Again, I'm kind of gonna test the waters with difficulty. I don't know how bad I want it to be. I think when I did a test, I know one Pokemon that naturally spawns here, and we can look around, see what's in here, but for the most part, I'll probably stick to, like, in order to not give myself too many options, like, I can only Dex Nav hunt a Mon if it's the first thing I encounter on that. So I'll try to stick with that. So I'll still have, like, a lot of options, but not as many. But yeah, I'm super stoked for this one. Yeah, Girahim, the king, is gonna be so cool. I am so happy for this. Yeah, I don't know what else to say other than I'm really excited to see what else we add to the team, because this is fantastic beginning, that's for sure. Damn, dude, red blade and all. We'll probably grind like a tiny bit in order to beat Brendan. He said I had, what, a mud kit? Means that May will have, I think, what's in the center, which was Horsey. So we just have to be able to beat a Horsey, which, like, I don't know. I don't suppose it's that difficult. I just want to see what else is here, because I don't have the Pokeballs yet, I don't think. Would love to see what the other options for being able to find in this grass. Oh! What the fuck? On God? Okay! Well, I guess it's dying. I am so sorry. Well, I guess I'm going to go get Pokeballs, so that doesn't happen. Again, I'd love to check out what's here, but since I gotta level up now, oh god. I would love to just... okay, so I was about to say that Zapdos is banned, but I guess he's not. Because it's not an Uber, and it has a BSTL 480. So if this thing is our first encounter, when we have Pokeballs on this route, it will be an option for hunting. I kinda will try to stay away from legendaries at the very beginning, because I really don't like them. Again, I don't really want to cheese the game with legendaries, so while I'm giving myself lots of options, I'm also going to attempt to be fair and not load up on legends, even though they're really fun and super big thumbnail material. Also, this whole animation sequence, this is why I like May as a rival. Also, Elekid, not Horsey, I guess I'm done. Oh yeah, because I was thinking, oh yeah, because she would pick the middle one, which is Torchic. No, she's not fucking bad at Pokemon like how... neither of these are Stab, but Fury Cutter, if we can land in succession, will become stronger. Nice quick attack. Ooh, do this next Fury Cutter is about to hit different. Bro, do you only know quick attack? Bro. Alright, well, Girahim the King is, proven his worth. His stats are gonna be so cracked, dude. Wow. I am so excited for this. Like, I promise that was not planned. I honestly considered even Kingdra for a little bit because he has the name King. But like Aegislash works just as well. But there was never a chance I was picking Elekid. I'm actually not a big fan of Elekid or Electivire. I think Electivire is fairly ugly, like, my opinion, obviously, but yeah, no, he's not the coolest thing in the world. 10 Pokeballs in hand, with Girahim our King, and a whole bunch of dialogue. We are kind of getting ready to go forth. I'm really excited about this. This is gonna be fun. I don't know what we're gonna see because I guess we know that Esper and Slurpuff are available on this route. If Esper is the 20, oh my god, so much dialogue. If Esper is the 20%, I kind of doubt it, and there's a good chance we'll find what the other 40% is. But the Deck Snap tutorial is right here. It doesn't work, but we have the Pokénav, Deck Snap. But I literally know the shiny hunt is called. What the fuck is wrong with me? Whatever. I will see you guys next time on Pokemon Omega Ruby Randomized Shiny Chesslocke. See you guys then.